Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network.
There was a time when the world whispered, when quiet it blanketed the meadows, stillness eased our minds, and all the sharp edges. All the sharp edges.
We've got a ball game between the Montreal Expos and the St. Louis Cardinals. This is the first of a three-game series. It's the last game of those games dated on September 5, 1969. It will be Howie Reed starting for the Expos with 5 wins, and Nelson Broyles starting for the Cardinals. He has 10 wins. I'll be back with the lineups in just a few minutes now. Well, I want to welcome everybody back to Studio B here. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and I've got a ball game this afternoon. It's going to be the Montreal Expos at the St. Louis Cardinals. And the Cardinals are in second place in the National League East. They are 5 games behind the first place Pirates. Pirates won on this date, and now so the Cardinals try to keep pace and keep it at 4.5 games. And we want to thank all of you for joining us. The post is up and it's good. And I'm going to just take a few minutes before we get going here. Looks like Mark Levine has arrived. No, I'm not, Mark Levine. I'm never going to play Strat hockey. No, I hate to say never, but I don't like it. It's not for me. Where's my frickin' lighter? Oh. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. Kathy Harden has arrived. My favorite person. Kathy Harden has arrived. Kathy Harden has arrived, everybody. We have this is the first of a 3-game series. It may seem like not a big game to you, but it is to the Cardinals. It's the final game of September 5 in our 1969 replay. We move to September 6 tomorrow. It's the season's moving along. And the Cardinals come into this game 5 games behind the first place Pirates. Pirates been in first all year, just about, except for maybe early April. Coming into this on September 5, the Cards trailed by 4.5. The win by Pittsburgh on this date makes it a 5-game lead. Cards need to win. A couple of substitution issues. Tim McCarver is out, and of course Torrey will catch, and a nameless player is being used for Joe Haig will play first, by the way. There's a card for Haig. But the other guy who's going to play right field for Veda Pinson, let me get you his name here. And we got a perfect nameless player for him. His name is Leron Lee. Actually, some people may remember him. Now, this was his first year. This will be his first major league appearance, his first at bat. He ended up going 5 for 23 in 7 games for a .217 average. He had no home runs, and therefore, we have chosen this card, which is a poor power, 210 average, very close to his 217. But there are home runs on his card, so therefore those will be automatically changed to single 2 asteroids. No home runs. And it's not going to happen in our replay. And he'll be in the lineup. And now I think it would be a great time to go over our starting lineups. For the Montreal Expos, leading off in center field, Ty Klein. I said, you heard me, Mark Levine. Batting second and playing second base is Gary Sutherland. You heard me right. Batting third in right, Rusty Staub. The cleanup hitter at first base, Ron Fairley. As you can see, these Expos have been hit. Fairley was hit pretty hard with coffee. We had another team hit by coffee, I think, this morning. Mac Jones will bat fifth in left field. Coco LeBoy at third. He'll bat sixth. Ron Brand will do the catching and bat seventh. It's Bobby Wine at short, batting eighth. And the pitcher, a 6NR at the plate. Right-hander Howie Reed. 6 and 7, 4.84 ERA in real world. Has 1.5 in our replay. And you know the Expos want to play spoilers. Let's look at the cards now. Leading off in left field, of course, Lou Brock. And he'll be going against a +2 arm of Ron Brand. Batting second in center, Kurt Flood. Tim McCarver has been out for a while, about a week to 10 days. Torrey is catching now, and so therefore at first base will be a rare start. He had 100 at bats, and he hit 170. Joe Haig. But they don't know that. They don't know that. And we'll let him go at least 2 at bats. Batting fourth is Joe Torre, still alive from this time. I think he had a history of prostate cancer. Batting sixth, using a nameless player, left-handed hitter, a W. All home runs will be 2 asteroids on his own card. We picked out a winner here for you. He'll play right field. He'll be a 3, he'll be a 0, and an 11. The way we work it out is we just go to the right fielder on the other team, but if Staub is, it's always a 0. He's -4, no, but he is an 11E, so we'll make that an 11E. There's his card. Gonna have to put this upside down though, because they made the nameless players upside down on the other side compared to how the regular ones are done. Yeah, you laugh your butt off, Mark Levine. Oh yeah, you can say anything just about, as long as it doesn't invoke violence or hatred. And I'm gonna come right back at you. Here's Mike Shannon. This is a great place to piss around. Here's Mike Shannon batting third. Julian will bat second. Not to, I am so sorry, 6th and 7th. Maxville with a Wow, a 175 average. He'll play short. Must be a good shortstop. And Nellie Bryles, who died of cancer. And look, Steve Aquilong has arrived. We have a Steve Aquilong here. Has a great channel. We have introduced the lineups. We have, again, a couple errors, folks, I want to tell you about is that McCarver's still out behind the plate. Torrey will catch. It's getting harder for him to do it. Joe Haig, his first start, will play first. And Leron Lee, not on the roster, using a nameless player, and I already went over it. But he had an interesting career. I think I might even remember him. And he's still alive. God bless him. 8 seasons. This was his first. Then he played 11 seasons in Japan. His nephew was Derek Lee, a ball player. He's been a coach. Good for him. He's 75. Back then, they played a lot in Japan for the money. They needed it. And the Cardinals take the field. I don't think they put the AstroTurf in yet by 69. I could be wrong, though. Maybe. I thought it was an okay stadium. Bush Memorial 3, I guess you'd call it. But I never liked the turf. Horrible. Same thing with veterans. But I think they originally it was grass. Here's Ty Klein to lead it off. Nellie Bryles, died young of relatively young of cancer, is getting the start. Been an important pitcher. Big game here for the Cards. And the pitch to Klein. We're underway. 3-10 right-handed. And that's a drive hit out for a base hit by Ty Klein. Boy, that was hit hard. Almost a triple, went to 12. It was a 3-10 right-handed. And Klein opens it up with a base hit for the Expos. Now Gary Sutherland is the batter. Staub on deck. Here's Bryles. The pitch to Sutherland. He lays it down. It's a 3. The infield will be in. That's going to make him a B. 8B. Oh, it's a beauty. No, Lord. Is that pretty? Oh, it was an 8B. Hit to first. Haig, in his first start, takes it to the bag at first, and Klein is on second base with 1 down. And here's the orange one. This is when orange was a good color. Rusty Staub is the batter. Nellie Bryles now. Klein on second with 1 out. Pitch to Staub, 1-5 right-handed, hit deep into the gap. And that scores Klein, and for a double for Staub. And look at this, the Expos take a quick 1-0 lead. How do you like that? How the hell will Nellie Bryles in trouble here early? And we're so glad to have you here in the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I saw a couple people here for the Cards. Okay, well, consider this a handicap. It's going to be Staub on second, 1 out. Here's Fairley now. Fairley, left-handed hitter. You're going to see a lot of Fairley in September because he was out for a while. Didn't play much in the spring, and he had 317 at-bats. And he's got power. Okay, Bryles. Pitch too fairly. That's going to be 6-6 left-handed. Flies to center for Flood, and he makes the catch. Staub will hold at second. 2 down. And Big Mac Jones in a clutch situation. 1-0 here. Expos just underway in St. Louis. It's 1-0, top of the first. Bryles for the Cards, Reed for the Expos. 2 out, Staub on second. Pitch to Big Mac Jones. And that's 5-9 left-handed. Fly ball left for Brock. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired, but there was a run. Nice inning for the Expos. A single by Klein to lead it off. Sacrifice to second. The double by Staub brought him home. Case frickin' closed. It's Montreal 1. Now the Cards coming to bat. Here's Howie Reed. Oh, Howie Reed. And I do vaguely remember him as a kid. Oh, Howie died in 1984. So we're talking about some untoward death at age 47. Born in Dallas, died in Corpus Christi, Texas. He began to have heart troubles, and he died of heart failure. I think he may not have sought medical treatment soon enough and then get consistently on. Today, cardiac health, heart conditions can be treated quite well. Okay, Reed died at age 47. Right-hander, big right-hander, has won 5 this year. Here's Lou Brock. Did he? Steve Aquilung. I did not know that. A single in 74. Tribute to Henry Aaron for Hey Hank. That's cool. Okay, Reed is ready now. Pitch to Brock. That's 2-11 right-handed. Fly ball right for Staub. Makes the catch, 1 away. Now Kurt Flood. Veda Pinson is out. He's been hurt. He's got a bad sprain. So that brings up Leron Lee to play for him. A great opportunity for the youngster. Here's Kurt Flood now, 1 out. That's 2-4 right-handed. Chops it to third for LaBoy. And he hurls it to Fairley. 2 away. And here he comes, Joe Haig, the rookie. First major league at bat, I would have to assume. Left-handed hitter. Facing Reed, the right-hander. I hear Joe's family is here. We hope Joe's going to make his family proud today. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Reed. And the pitch to Haig. 6-4 left-handed. Fly ball center X. He hit it. That'll be for Klein at 2-5. He's good out there. Lord, for an Expo. 2-5. That's a re-roll on the 20 die. 2-5 in center. 6-2. That's going to be a fly ball, F2. Klein coming around now. E5, 9-10. And he makes the catch. That catch by... Wait a minute. Wait, yeah, exactly. That catch by Klein. And a 1, 2, 3 for how we read. That happens sometimes, you know. But I almost always get my man here. I always get this right, almost. We make errors, low errors, not no errors. Here's Nellie now. Nellie Bryles pitched a 3-hit shutout as a New York Met. I don't know the exact year. I remember the day it happened. And then I remember reading about it in the newspaper. Bryles pitched in the 64 series. Here's Coco LeBoy to lead it off. Same exact lineups. Substitutions, though, are completely up to me. Here's Bryles. This is the replay. 5-6, right-handed, hits it to third. Shannon fields it and throws to first, 1 out. Throws to Haig. That's 1 down. Here's Brandt. Bryles on the mound for the Cardinals today. This is the first of a 3 in St. Louis. This is the last of all games scheduled on September 5. We will update tomorrow morning sometime sometime early tomorrow. Bryles gets the sign and the pitch to Brandt. That's 6-9, right-handed. Oh, it's hit into the gap for a double. Look at Ron Brandt standing at second with a double. That's the second double the Expos have today. Staub had one in the first, knocking home Klein. I think, who do we have? Kathy Harden for the Cards. She's just not Steve Aquilung for the Cards. They're just not into the Expos. Maybe they like the Cards. I think Steve has a deep liking of them. I think Kathy Harden is an AL East person. She's Yankees, she's Mets, and she seems to be Dodgers a lot of the time. But she's flexible. She'll go with whoever she likes. Well, look at Ron Brandt. He had 12 doubles all year. He just hit one, and he's in scoring position, 1 out. Here's Bobby Wine. Bryles. 2-6 right-handed. Line to third and caught by Shannon. Nice catch by Mike. 2 outs. And here comes Reed. Poor thing. Now, we learn that Howie Reed died of heart failure at age 47. Sorry to place so much emphasis on when people died, but I'm 65. It actually helps me appreciate life more to think about inevitable death, the great nirvana. 2 outs, Brand on second, the pitch to Reed. And remember, he's a 6 NR, 3-8, struck him out. Nelly gets him. That's Nelly's first strikeout today. No runs, 1 hit, the double by Brand, left on. And we're heading to the bottom of the second here. And it is a 1-0 ball game. Look how nice that is. The Expos get a nice little run there in the first. Both pitchers went all the frickin' way in this game. Both pitchers all the frickin' way, and they had a day off on the 4th. Bullpens are rested. And the outcome of this game in real world was 1-0 Cards. Well, how do you like that? A 1-0 ball game. It was 1 run scored by the Cardinals in the bottom of the 8th. It was scoreless. They beat them 1 run, 5 hits. Expos no runs, 3 hits, and an error. Not sure how exactly that run was scored, but... And they both went all the way. 21,920 for the game. Nick Colossi calling balls and strikes. Gorman for the umpires. Gorman at second. Landis at third. Williams at third. It's Colossi behind the plate. Gorman at first. Landis at second. And Williams at third. They list this ball game on grass, and you see, I was talking earlier, they could very well be right about that, because I was talking earlier about the when the turf was brought on, not right away. That was a beautiful little park. I mean, that was the era of Olympic stadiums, you know, the 70s, the late 60s, and they were one of the first, and that was with the grass. It was decent. It was decent with the grass, okay? But you lose me when you turf it out like that. Okay, here's Reed now. Pitching his second inning. He got the Cards 1-2-3 in the first, and here's Torrey to lead it off. Big Howie Reed. And the pitch to Torrey. That's 3-9 right-handed, chops it to first. Fairley will take it to the bag, all by his lonesome self, 1 down. And here comes, I think it's Leron Lee. Maybe it's not Leron. Is it Leron? Shit, it is. Yeah, it's Leron. Leron's still alive. There are a bunch of Lerons. He played for a bunch of teams. A relatively obscure ball player. Kathy Harden for the Cardinals. 1 out. Here's Leron now. His first Major League at bats. Howie Reed. Oh. And the pitch to Lee. 2-4, and he grounds it to third for LeBoy, and it's 2 away. So there's Leron Lee in his first Major League appearance at the plate. And Mike Shannon, the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Reed. Yeah, Howie Reed. Howie. Getting to live a day again. Dying at age 47. Sometimes you got to look at the utter absurdity of life. And Howie Reed getting a chance to live in our replay. Okay, Shannon at the plate. He died recently, within like 8 months or so. And I heard a very candid interview, very serious interview with Euchre, Bob Euchre, who was a real buddy of his because he played for the Cards, very close with him, and he says he just can't believe that Shannon is gone, that Mike is gone, and that's just, you know, that was no joke in there, but he is, I want to tell you, he's one of the funniest people who ever lived, and he just had he was a natural. Great timing. I'm talking about his comedy. Okay, Reed, with I feel bad because he's getting really old. About, what's his name? Bob Euchre, getting old. To the point where he really looks different now. If if you check out a recent photo. Everyone's getting old. I can't believe it. Howie Reed, 2 outs. Pitch to Shannon. That's going to be 6-8 right-handed. Grounder to second X. That'll go for Sutherland, 326, 2. 326, 2 on that 20 die. 326. Hold on. Oh, that's not good. 2-3, that's an S2. That's going to go through for the Cardinals. It'll be a 2 out. E26. That's 5-10-13. Oh, and it's booted. Oh, my. It's an S2 E1. It might be a single and an error. That's going to be an S2 E1. It is a single and an error, giving Julian a chance to do something here. It's going to be the error. I don't know what those errors look like. Those are strange when they're infield. Single and a freaking error. Actually, single and an error. Batter to third. That was an S2E1. Oh, I'm sorry. S2E1. Go batter to second. I'm sorry. An S2E2 would have been. Well, here's Julian now. He's a good hitter this year. Oh, wow, really? Well, that's good for Tim McCarver. I'm glad to see when people change. And it's too bad that he had bigoted views in the first place. I am sort of very lucky, people, because I was born in a curriculum in elementary school, second frickin' grade, where we were taught about Black history, and discrimination was like a, you know, it was something taught. And so I don't know that my friendship with Bob Gibson could improve my views on race. I think, though, it would be a lot of fun. He seems like a very serious guy. Anytime I've heard him being quoted or even spoken in interviews, he's very serious. I'd be a little intimidated by him. Well, Howie Reed now lets up the single and an error. Error by Shannon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. By Sutherland. And that's going to bring Julian here. Okay, Howie Reed now. Trying to get out of this. The pitch to Julian. That's 111 right-handed. Oh, it's a base hit to right. This might score Shannon. 111 right hit. Wait a minute. 111 right-handed. That's a base hit to right. Shannon rounding third with 2 outs. He's a minus frickin' 4. Holy Christ. 1-13, 1-15. 1-11 with stop. Shannon coming home for old time's sake. Do it for Euchre. 1-11, the throw by Klein. I'm sorry, Staub. He's safe. Whoa, he's safe. Whoa, Shannon has scored to tie up this ball game. Javier goes to second. Oh, my. It was to right. I am so sorry, people. It was 111. I got the original roll right here. It was 1-11. It was a fly ball to right field by Julian. Shannon rounded third, 2 outs. He was running for for destiny. The late Mike Shannon, he scored. It was a frickin' 5, 1-11. And we're not done yet. Here's Dal Maxfield. Julian went to second. Classification for Maxfield with 2 outs. It's a 1-1 ball game now. Howie Reed, the pitch to Maxfield. That's 3-7 right-handed, grounds it to short for Wine. And he throws to Fairley, and the side is, I would say, retired. And wow, what a fun inning that was. We've gone 2, and this is a 1-1 frickin' ball game. You know, you're gonna have good ball games when you play 1,944 of them. And we are on game, as you can see, 1632. And wow. That's some exciting shit that just happened. And oh my Lord, I can't believe it's only 1:28 in the afternoon here. Lord, is it freaking early. Is there a football game at 4? I know there's a Steve Aquilung game at 4. Or is it at 8? My Lord. Packers Cowboys, 4:30 p.m. But the problem is I don't give a rat's ass. I just don't give a rat's ass. And I am about those 2 teams. I don't care about any of the teams now. I want to see the Dolphins. And sort of in a dystopian way, I had it playing on the radio. I was half asleep. And it almost sounded like he was hardly doing play-by-play. Just giving updates and whatever it was, 21-7, whatever the score, 16. First it was 16-7. And they lost the game. That sucked. Oh, Lord. That really sucked. Folks, I'm going to take just a few minutes to collect myself. We've gone 2 innings. I hope all is well going in your area, wherever you may be. I know people are in all sorts of places, and I know it's chilly in some places. Well, that's an understatement. It's freezing, below freezing. And some people in the Dakotas, you're talking 20 below. And that's not wind chill. 20 frickin' below. That's I don't know what that is. If that's technically Arctic, is it that's dangerous to skin? That's pure madness. And isn't it interesting how precious the difference can be between life and death for a human being? Whereas it's not that many degrees difference. You could go 400 below zero. I mean, you know, you could go 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's only within that small, and that's evolution for you. Those species that can survive in this way Ow! Ow! Well, we have a Patrick Mahone who seems to love the cold weather. Lord. That's wild, Patrick. Well, I say all power to you. Ow. All power to you. And keep doing what you like to do there. It wakes you up. Whoa. I bet it does, Patrick. I surely bet it does. Hey folks, Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and where is my replay? It's happening. We're taking a break here, Patrick, for a few minutes. We'll get back to it with the score sheet since you just arrived. I'll be ever so glad to show you the score sheet. Well, it's very nice of you, Patrick. Here's the score sheet we've been showing. And it's 2 innings. I don't know if I even have what it takes to continue. And I've had this problem before. People know it. And what I suggest that people do, maybe I can, I don't know, is you may want to cut your losses and come back, or hang out with me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. No rush from Joel Horland. Look at that. Joel Horland says no rush. And you know what? You know what? This is a good ball game. I really appreciate the support. I like us to all be friendly here. Doesn't mean we can't maybe every once in a while tease each other, because they say teasing is actually a bonding method. Now, if teasing is read on a meta level, some people may misread it. You know, the meta level about what it's supposed to mean. It means I'm being friendly with you. But yeah, we're pretty non-confrontational here. There you are, Studio B now. Look at that. You got the 2 screens going. I keep it live on desktop, which is what I watch for text. And then I always have, not always, but sometimes I have it on the big screen. I thought this was a great time to come on the big screen here tonight, this afternoon. It's Sunday afternoon. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And it means a lot to me. That makes it all worthwhile, really, to me. And I always like to tell of the one guy who tells me that this has cured his insomnia. He puts it on at bedtime, which makes me think it can be used as an ambiance. Folks, it's a 1-to-1 ball game. It's a kind of neat ball game here. Expos scored in the top of the first, a double by Staub, knocked Klein home, and then in the bottom of the second, aided by an error by Sutherland at second. Julian came through, and it's a 1-to-1 ball game now. And here comes Nellie Bryles out to pitch again. I got to tell you something. I was watching a documentary, a 1 hour on YouTube, all about Ava Braun. And that is the most bizarre. And, you know, it kind of seems like based in psychiatric nomenclature that she had borderline personality disorder. But, God, I was just watching one in particular. Okay, here's Ty Klein now. I didn't even finish it. Leading it off, he singled and scored in the first. It's Bryles on the mound. Here's Bryles. 4-8 left-handed, popped him up to second. Julian, one down. Here's Gary Sutherland. Nellie Bryles into his windup. That's 3-10 right-handed. Lines it to second, caught by Julian. 2 outs. Oh, isn't Julian something? And here comes Staub. Staub with the big double to bring Klein home in the first. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-10 right-handed. Oh, and he hit him. Oh, Lord, he hit him. Staub is okay. It hit him on the bicep. On his right bicep. Oh, shit. Staub was great. He died. So he got hit there. And here comes Ron Fairley. Ron has power. Okay, Bryles. The pitch to Fairley. That's going to be 3-9 right-handed. Chops it to second. Julian. Over to Haig. Playing first base today, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The hit by pitch. And left on base stop. We're heading to the bottom of the third. It's a 1-1 ball game. And here's Big Howie Reed. On the mound for the Expos. And the home team, Cardinals, will have Nellie Bryles lead it off here, his first plate appearance in the ball game. That's 3-9 ground ball, third, LeBoy. Throws to Fairley, 1 out. And here's Lou Brock. Flew to right in the first. 1 down here, bottom of the third. So 1-1 ball game. Reed now is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Brock. 4-9 left-handed, and that's a base hit by Brock. A 1-out single. Brock on first here. Brand a +2 being held. He's a 1-17 being held with that +2 on Brand. And here's Kurt Flood being held. Okay, Reed now from the stretch with Brock on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Flood. There goes Brock. And he's safe. Oh, just barely slides in there. Lou Brock has stolen second base. And if ever there's a time to do it, it's going to be then. So, with one out, Brock in scoring position, Flood at the plate still. Reed now from the stretch. .38 right-handed, and that is a base hit. Brock goes to third and holds. A sweet little base hit there to left by Flood. Can't bring him home. First and third, one down. Haig now. Remember, any home run on his card is a single 2 asteroids. Still only one out. First and third. Reed from the stretch. That's 1-3 right-handed. Fly ball center. That's deep enough. Brock will tag. And that makes it a 2-1 ball game. Joe Haig, in only his second plate appearance, gets his first run batted in. 61 of a heart attack. Okay, I thought it was cancer. Oh, Lord help us all. It was a 1-3. Right-handed. That was to center, so it's 2 outs now. Flood held at first. And here's Torrey. That's freaking young. Okay, Reed. Trying to get out of this. That's 2-8 right-handed. Another fly ball to center. And under it is Klein. He makes the catch, and the side is out. But another run for the Cards. Off Howie Reed. And it's a 2-1 ball game. See what's going on in the world on a Sunday. I'm going to throw some dinner in the oven if it's okay with you. Minutes. 350. We're heading to the top of the fourth now, folks. Nellie Bryles. For St. Louis, it's 2-1. Cards need to win every game here. They're now 5 out, 5 behind Pittsburgh in second place. It's 2-1 Cards, top of the fourth. Here's Big Mac Jones, Nellie Bryles. That's a re-roll, a complete re-roll. That's 1-6 right-handed, and he hit him. It's the second time Bryles is getting a warning here from the umpire. That one smarts. That hit him right above, right to the side of the groin. Okay, that one. Mac Jones pointed his finger at Nellie Bryles. Bryles also got a warning from the umpire. So Big Mac Jones on first. He's okay. Fortunate it was to the side of the groin. He sang the national anthem, and he did a great job. Nellie Bryles did in the 73 series. I did not know that. Good for him. Okay, here's LeBoy now. Jones on first to lead it off. Pitch to Coco, 5-10 right-handed. Fly to center for Flood, 1 down. I got some roasted turkey and russet potatoes. Roasted turkey with stuffing and russet potatoes, plenty of it, cooking in the oven here. Ron Brand's the batter now. It's Jones on first, hit by a pitch, 1 down. And Brand doubled, left on in the second. That's a 1-8 right-handed, flies to center. For Flood, again, 2 outs. Here's Bobby Wine. .611 right-handed. There's a base hit to right by Wine. Unfortunately, I always say, so what with 2 outs. Big Mac Jones rounding. 1-14, 1-16. That was to 1-16, 6-11. That was to right. 1-16. Then let him go. So it's first and third, 2 outs for Howie Reed. There you go. Now, Howie Reed is a 6-NR. Still a 2-1 ball game. Unfortunate situation here, but he's a 6-NR. They'll let him hit. First and third, 2 outs. Here's Bryles. Trying to get out of this. That's 2-6. Oh, he struck him out. Good column, but struck him out. And the side is retired. No runs. 1 hit, the single by Wine. Jones got hit. And both were left on. Bottom of the fourth here. Howie Reed, and the second plate appearance ever in his career, Leron Lee, with a nameless player. The home runs are singles to asteroids. He grounded to third in his first at bat. Here's the pitch to Lee. That's 3-6, and he grounds it to second. For Sutherland, 1 out. Now Mike Shannon. Singled, scored the first run for the Cardinals today. Here's Howie Reed. 6-7, right-handed. Oh, there is a drive hit out into the gap. And it's a double for Shannon. He's 2 for 2 today. The late Mike Shannon, 6-7, right-handed. And look how shitty that is to have on a pitcher's card on a 7, the most common number. Double 1 to 5. And it was a 3. So Shannon on second, 1 down. Here's Julian. Julian knocked in that first run with a clutch single. He comes up now with Shannon on second, 1 down. Julian digging into the plate. Howie Reed. And the pitch to Julian. That's 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. Oh, Julian goes down. First strikeout by Howie Reed. And here's Del Maxville. A chance for Reed to get out of this. Stay in this ball game. It's 2-1 Cards. Big Howie Reed. And the pitch to Maxville. Oh, Lord. 4-3 right-handed fly ball right X. That's going to be Staub, a 4-11. He's dangerous out there. .411. Oh, 24. F3. He has a chance to get this. E11. That's 11-14. And he makes the catch. And the side is retired. Nice catch by Staub. Uncharacteristically nice. And the side is retired. No runs. The double by Shannon left on. Oh, Lord, we've gone 4. And it's a 2-1 ball game. Oh, you know what it is? There's a word for it. And I don't get these often. I have and I hope this isn't too much information for you. I have a barnacle on my ass. I don't get them often. I get them like once every 5 years. I mean, I think I got it twice in my life. And it's fucking painful. Fortunately, it's not. It's on my ass cheek. Just barely. Oh, these things resolve themselves. I mean, you could tell me to put alcohol on it or something. I'll live with it for another night. I don't know what you'd put on. I don't give a shit. There's people who are starving in this world. It's part of being human, you know. The human body. Warm compresses. Oh, Kathy Harden. It figures you would know. Shit. It figures. The hell? All right, we're heading to the top of the... Okay, I'll think of a warm compress. You know, jeez. I don't even have the patience to do that. I mean, you got to get the compress. You got to make sure it's warm. Then you got to put it there, and you got to lie there. I mean, you know, jeez. Here's Ty Klein to lead it off now. It'll be the top of the Expos order, top of the fifth. 2-1 cards, both pitchers holding their own here. Bryles, the pitch to Klein. That's 4-4 left-handed, grounds it a short axe. Maybe I will do it. Maxville 227. G2, E27. That's 6-11-12. Oh, he boots it. Oh my. Maxville with an error, and it happens to the best. An error by Maxville. Maybe I'll get a warm compress right now. First, I'll put a towel on the chair. And the only compress I have is a towel. Here it comes, the heat. Put it right there. Put it right there. Ow! Oh. Oh, that's hot. Whew. I think that means that it's working, Kathy. It's hot. It's hot. I think it's good for me. I think it's good. It's Klein on first to lead it off here. Here's Gary Sutherland. I think it's good. It's right in there. Because it's close to the butt crack. But not in it. That's why you have to put it partly in the butt crack to get it. And there's sort of a part of the funny thing about it is because we're human and we have civilization, you know, you have this discord when you deal with. Now it's getting more like room temperature now. How often do I have to get up and change this? Meaning get more heat. Kathy, how often? It's cooling off now. Here's the pitch to Sutherland. Whoa, he lays it down. The infield stays back 5. He's an A. Oh, and that's a beauty. Shit. It's tapped right to Bryles. His only play was to first. And Klein in scoring position. That's the second time Gary Sutherland did that. Joel Horland coming in, but Kathy Harden, should I just go do it again? I think so. But, you know, how many times am I going to have to get up and keep doing this? 10 minutes on and off. Wow, that's a long time. It's going to be room temperature by then. 10 minutes. Okay. I'll do that. I don't even, but you don't have to do this. Okay, I'm a bad patient. I'm going to discontinue the whole thing now, Kathy. And because it's not worth it to me. I know it's going to go away naturally. Okay, here's same exact thing. Sutherland did it again. He moved Klein to second with a sacrifice. Here's Staub. Now, he doubled last time they did this. Okay, Bryles from the stretch now. Staub doubled, hit by a pitch. Klein on second, one down. The pitch from Bryles. That's 1-9. Right-handed, he walked him. So Bryles having his troubles with these Expos today. Only allowed one run, but he's had base runners. First on second, one down. Here's Fairley now. Fairley 0 for 2. First on second, one down. Here's Bryles. The pitch to Fairley. Pesky Expos today. 4-5 left-handed. Grounds to short X. Already made an error this inning. Maxville. That's 4-5 left-handed. Maxville 227. 7-2. G2. $27. That's 9-10. This is a plain G2 with a runner on first and second. They force Staub. Maxville forces Staub for the second out. It's first and third. Klein goes to third. It's 2 outs now. Fairley on first, and here's Big Mac Jones, clutch situation. I know, Kurt Miller. Rusty Staub, he says, died at age 73 in West Palm Beach. He had some illness. I don't know what it was. Here's Bryles now. The pitch to Jones. 3-6, right-handed, walked him. Bryles loads the bases for Coco. Riles has loaded the bases for Coco LeBoy, who's 0 for 2 today. Big situation. Here's Riles now. The pitch to Coco. That's 5-5 right-handed. Fly ball left. Should end the inning. Brock makes the catch and the side is out. 3 left on. And we're in the middle of the 5th. It is actually, I have some relief right now, Kathy, from just that. Even though some of it may be psychological. 2-1 Cards. And Big Howie Reed has been keeping them in this ball game. Howie Reed was on the Dodgers roster in 1965. 38 games, 5 as a starter. Wow. 3.12 ERA. 7-5. And then he was traded to the Angels. Then the Astros. And then finally in 69, Houston sold Reed. Heart failure at age 47 in 1984. And that, whoa. What a short life. Hard to wrap your head around it. I tend to think about my own mortality. Coco was 84. Puerto Rico. Oh, Howie Reed now will face Briles. To lead it off, Briles a 1 NR, bottom of the 5th here. Here's Howie Reed now. 2-11. He grounds it to second. For Sutherland, 1 away. Here's Luke Brock. Brock 1 for 2, singled, stole second, came home on a sacrifice fly, and that's been the game winner. Brock also came up with 1 out in the 3rd. When that run was scored. It's 1 out, nobody on. Here's Brock at the plate. Reed now. .59 left-handed struck him out. Oh, he went swinging on that one. That's only the 2nd strikeout by Reed. Here's Flood now. 2 outs, nobody on. Reed. Very tough, Howie Reed. Here's Flood now. And that's 2-8 right-handed. Grounds it back to Reed. And he throws it over to Fairley, and the side is out. And, you know, Reed, who was 47 when he died, obviously old enough to have had children. I'm having a little trouble getting any information about if he had a family or not. If anyone would have it, it's Saber. Here it is. The bio is not assigned. That's kind of rare for them, I think. So we don't know. But I could go a Howie Reed obituary. See if he left anybody. He doesn't they don't even mention it. Here's legacy. Wow, he also was a sheriff's deputy from Pinellas County, Florida. He was predeceased by his parents and a grandson, Blake. He had a daughter, brothers, his wife Karl. And so many people remember Howie Reed. I think many of them are probably still alive. And his grandson Blake knows that his grandfather was a Major League Baseball player. Well, here comes Briles. What a game it's been. Briles has gotten into trouble in the middle innings. This is his first endurance. It'll be Brand, 1 for 2. That's 5-10 right-handed. He flies it to center for Flood, 1 down. And here's Bobby Wine. .49 right-handed. And that's a base hit by Wine, his second of the game. And that brings up Howie Reed, who has struck out twice. He's a B-bunter. Gonna keep him in this ball game. This is 6 NR. Get low, high two column. Pitch from Briles, 5-12. Right-handed, grounds to first X. Haig, a 4-8. 3-4. It's an S2. That's going to be a base hit. He's an E4. That's 12-17. It is a base hit. It's an S2. And Wine will go to third. How do you like that, Howie Reed? with a base hit. And that brings up Ty Klein. First and third, one down. Bryles. Infield back. Klein, 1 for 3. Singled, scored, popped to second, and reached on the error by Maxville. Here's the pitch to Klein. That's 2-6, right-handed, walked him. Whoa, Bryles has loaded the bases now with 1 out. And here's Gary Sutherland. One out, bases full. Staub on deck. Pitch from Bryles. That's 3-8, right-handed. Oh, I knew this son of a bastard would ground into a double play. It was a 6-8 grounder to short. Maxville to Julian to Haig. And look at that. Oh, wait a minute. There was second and third. Oh, no. Double play. I'm sorry. Runner on first. And that's the side. That's too bad, but here's how we read now. Pitching in his first endurance inning, Joe Haig, Joe Torre, and Leland Lee. Here's Haig to lead it off. That's 4-3 left-handed, fly ball right, X. That's for Staub, dangerous out there, 4-11. 6-4 S2. E11. Six, 10, 12. And it is a base hit. It's an S2 for Joe Haig. So Haig leads it off with a single. Here's Joe Torre. Reed now. That's 2-6 right-handed. No, that is a base hit by Torre. Haig rounding second, goes to third. And look at that, Cardinals first and third, nobody out. And here's Leland Lee. Remember those home runs on his card or singles, 2 asteroids. First and third, no outs. Reed. One more hit or walk away from fatigue. There is action. There has been action here in the Montreal bullpen. It's pretty well rested bullpen. Karl Simbera, the right-hander, is warming. Wow, 1 home run for Howie Reed. And he is an NR. How do you like that? Simbera warming. Here's Lee now. Left-handed hitter. First and third, no outs. Pitch to Lee. That's 1-6, and he grounds it to first. That'll be a double play, and Haig will score. So it's 3-1 now. 2 outs, nobody on for Mike Shannon. 1-8, grounds back to Reed, over to first, and the side is out. But a run. On 2 hits, and then came home on a ground ball. That's a tough break there. We've gone 6. It's 3-1 Cards now. This thing's almost ready, folks. I hope you all don't mind. I'm going to take a few minutes out of a break to eat something. This might take me about 15 minutes or so. Leron Lee is Derek's. Yeah, I had mentioned something about that as his nephew. Holy cow, was he? Wow. Oh, maybe I'll have some of this later. Oh, that was very good. We're back. Oh. Oh. Top of the 7th here. Cards lead at 3-1. This is very important for the Cardinals to take every game of this series. 5 games behind Pittsburgh. Here's Nellie Bryles. They'll face the heart of this order, Staub, Fairley, and Jones. Here's Staub now. Bryles. That's 5-5 left-handed. Pops it up to first. Haig under it, 1 out. Here's Ron Fairley. .412, left-handed, flies it to right. For Lee, Ron Lee, 2 outs. And Big Mac Jones. Okay, Big Mac, the pitch from Bryles. That's 2-5. It's a fly to center. And Flood is under it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bryles. It's a 7th inning stretch. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th, folks. Here's how we read now. His second endurance inning. Two against him in the 6th, his first. And Kathy Harden says St. Louis will come through. They have a 2-run lead. Here's Julian now to lead it off. Howie Reed. The pitch to Julian. That's 4-2 right-handed. Grounds it to short for Wine. To Fairley, 1 out. Here's Dal Maxfield. That is 3-5 right-handed. Grounder to short again. Wine. To Fairley, 2 outs. And Nelly Bryles gets a good hand. He's only allowed 1 run against Montreal. Here's Reed. 3-10, and that's a grounder to third for Coco, and he throws him out, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Reed. He's refreshed. We've gone 7. It's a 3-1 ball game. Heading to the 8th, Nelly Bryles will start his 3rd endurance inning. He did allow... Wait a minute. Look at that. I missed it. And there have been no dots. We're going to go back here in Nelly Bryles in his 6th inning. He reached fatigue. It's there as close as the nose, but fortunately there were no dots. But we missed it. And there's going to be a pitcher coming in for Nelly Bryles. No harm done. Joe Horner is available to save it if he can finish the game. So we're going to have a little break in the action. This happens every so often, where we notice that we missed, and that's unlike me, in the 6th inning for Bryles, allowing any combination of 3 hits and or walks, but there were no dots, like these dots. There were none, at least none I remember. And so Joe Horner will come in. Bryles pitched 7 innings. It would really be on the ground ball. We could go back. And someone is asking to go back and look. Okay. Okay, we're going to go back and look here. They're going to go into instant replay mode just to be sure. So there really is going to be a break in the action. And I think I'll smoke a hit. We're going to be going back here to after at this walk. In fact, this is perfect timing. Right here. It's from Bryles. That's 3-8 right-handed. Oh, I knew this son of a bastard would ground into a double play. It was a 6-8 grounder to short. Maxville to Julian to Haig. And look at that. Oh, wait a minute. There was 2nd and 3rd. Oh, no. Double play. I'm sorry. And fortunately, that was not a dot. And that's the side. Now we're going to just move it up to when they came up in the top of the 7th. Oh. 5-5 left-handed, pops it up to first. Haig under it, 1 out. 5-5 was not a dot right there. We're just making sure, folks. Here's Ron Fairley. .412, left-handed, flies it to right. Still no dot. For Lee, Ron Lee, 2 outs. and Big Mac Jones. It's a fly to center. No dot. And Flood is under it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Broyles. It's the 7th inning stretch. And that takes care of our replay. And just assures us that there was no harm done. But isn't that interesting? Broyles gets fatigued after the fact, and we will take him out 2-3 in a very close ball game. 4, 5, 6 hits. Pitched good ball. Allowed only 1 run. He walked 3, struck out 2. And it's going to be Horner for the save if he finishes. That happens in baseball. That sure happens. You have a pitcher winning a game and he gets tired. Tells the Shane Deans. And we move to the top of the 8th. It's Joe Horner now. It will be Coco, Brandon, Wine. Coco, Brandon, Wine in the top of the 8th. I'm going to need some weed. My God, it's not even 3 p.m. Eastern. Jeez, what a freaking shame. God. Oh. You know, they say sometimes, some things are better left unsaid. But I like to, for shock value, sometimes say the things that should be left unsaid. For example, and I'm a guy, and I think guys are, I don't like to overgeneralize, but we can be real perverts. When I watched that documentary of Ava Braun, she looks pretty good. Okay, I said it. Okay, does that make me a bad person? Come on. Oh, okay, Joel. Maybe it just makes me human, huh? It's just a thought, you know, nothing to get carried away with, nothing to take too seriously. Coco will face it off. Here's the new pitcher, Joe Horner, in here to pitch. See if they can Expos get something going here. Coco LeBoy. Coco 0 for 3 today. Horner is ready. Here's the pitch to Coco. 4-6 right-handed, struck him out. He had 15 saves. Here's Ron Brand. Horner. That's 5-7 right-handed, grounds to second, X. And you know what that means. That means Julian. 226. E26. That's 4-7-10, E26. And he throws him out. Two-way. Horner trying to save it. Here's Bobby Wine. Wine 2 for 3. Yeah, thoughts come and go. Yeah, like passing clouds in the sky, but every time I watch a documentary where she comes up, which is often, because I watch a lot of Hitler documentaries, I have that thought. Sometimes it's not a very strong, it's just there in the background. Here's Wine now, Horner, and just to think that how she, how she died, just something else. It's crazy. Here's the pitch to Wine. 6-4 right-handed, grounds to third, X. That's Shannon 324. E24, that's 6-10-15, 24. Is that a 15? That is a 15. That is an E2. It's a G3 E2. Oh, Lord, G3 E2. It's an error. I guess we should call it a two-base error because the batter goes to second. An error by Shannon. And there's going to be a hitter for Howie Reed. Lord. He only allowed 6 hits. Did not walk a batter. Pitched good baseball. He did allow 3 runs, though. And let's see who's going to come in to hit for him in a very clutch situation. Simbera will come in and pitch the 9th. Or I should say the bottom of the 8th, I'm sorry. Simbera was warming. And let's see who it's going to be, if they even have anyone of value. And here he comes. It's going to be Bob Bailey. Bob Bailey coming off the bench in a clutch situation, and Bailey I remember he hit some home runs earlier in the season, excited some folks. Well, here's Bailey now with 2 outs and Wine on second. After the 2-base error, I will call it by Shannon. And here's Horner now, trying to get out of this. The pitch to Bailey. That's 4-3 right-handed. Fly ball right. And Leron is under it, and the side is retired. Oh, that's too bad for the Expos. And Horner gets out of it, strands Wine, who was there to no fault of his own. And it's going to be a Karl Simbera coming in to pitch the bottom of the 8th. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it'll be the top of this Montreal Expos order. Klein, Sutherland, and Staub. They're down by 2. Simbera is ready now. Top of the order for the Cards. Lou Brock, 1 for 3, singled, stole second, and scored on Haig's sacrifice. Every run mattered today. Here's Simbera, and the pitch to Brock. That is 2-10, and he grounds it to first, and it's picked up by Fairley. Takes it to the bag, 1 out. Now Flood. Simbera. 6-8, right-handed, walked him. Flood is on. And here comes Joe Haig. Simbera from the stretch now with Haig on, with Flood on first and 1 out. The pitch to Haig. That's 3-10. Right-handed, pops it up behind the plate. For Brand, 2 outs. And Joe Torre. That's 1-7 right-handed. He struck him out. So Simbera does a pretty fine job there. No runs, no hits, the walk, a strikeout. This is it, folks. Top of the 9th. Expos down by 2. And Joe Horner in to save it. The best they got. And leading it off is Ty Klein, 1 for 3 with a walk. Ty Klein scored the one and only run for the Expos in the first inning. Horner gets the sign from Torre, the wind-up and the pitch to Klein. That is 5-9 left-handed, grounds it to short X. Maxville, 227. He already made an error. G1, E27. 6-10-15, E27. And he throws him out. So Klein is retired. Cardinals, I don't know why I'm rooting for the Expos. I think it's good Cards stay in this freaking race. AL is all wound up. Cards need to win to stay at 4.5 behind. Here's Sutherland. 0 for 2, 2 sack bunts. Horner. And the pitch to Sutherland. That is 5-10 right-handed. Grounds to short again. Maxville. 227. 9. G2. E27. 10-12. E27. Whoa, he boots it that time. Oh my, the second error for Maxville. Actually, it's the, yes, second error, third error for the Cardinals. Ava Perón. Well, I mean, Perón was literally the leader. You know what I'm saying? I think she was literally the leader. But yeah, there were a couple of nice pictures of her too. She was very attractive. So it's we're here in the top of the ninth. An error, the second error by Maxfield, a great fielder. The third error for the Cards, and Staub is the tying run. Here's Horner now, lefty here. Five, six, and he pops it up to first. Haig has it two-way. And now it's Ron Fairley, also a left-handed hitter. Horner trying to save it here. Fairley 0 for 4 and the pitch. That's 2-4 left-handed, grounds to second. Julian over to Haig, and this ball game is done. Cardinals win it 3-1. Bryles gets the win, Horner the save. No hits allowed by Horner. A couple got on, both from errors. Simbera pitched one inning, walked a batter, struck out a batter. The loss goes to Reed. St. Louis, 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. Montreal, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. And Steve Aquilong, that is the ball game. That's the last game of September 5, 1969, and the Cardinals now will be 4.5 out. I want to thank everybody for being here. I got a little tired there at the end, or in the middle, I should say, but stuck through it. Sorry about the Ava Braun stuff and about the barnacle problem. Thank you very much, Steve, and everybody else. Kathy Harden, as always, you make this place. And we have Joe Horland. Steve Aquilong, of course, I've said. And we have everybody else in our network, our shared network. Have a great afternoon. Oh, afternoon. Oh my God, it's only 3:07? Jesus. Okay, you all take care, all right? Good night, everybody. And as I often like to do at the end of my games, I'm going to put my game to sleep tonight. I don't do anything fancy. I don't have envelopes with stickers on them. I just keep my... This is just about how I did it. I do keep my nameless players and my pitchers hitting cards over here, but I have no semblance. Put my charts in. We'll put this in the books tomorrow, this and the other game. We go 2 at a time now. This game was played this morning. KC beat Seattle 7-3. Stay strong, everybody, will you? Stay well, and I'll catch you all next time.